Михаил, здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте.
Меня зовут Игорь. Я сегодня буду модерировать лекцию. Если у вас сейчас есть какие-то вопросы или пожелания, можете ко мне обращаться. Вот пока мы ждем, вот буквально минуток 20.
Хорошо. Мы уже все протестили. По сути, все работает нормально.
Все хорошо, тогда ждем участников.
Окей. Мне обязательно здесь находиться или мне можно отключиться пока? И как вообще тут все работает?
Думаю, сейчас, пока мы не выступаем, можете отключить камеру. Это сейчас не обязательно, только после начала выступления ее нужно будет держать включенной. Вот сейчас
Хорошо.
это не обязательно.
Хорошо, принял. А сколько людей по итогу зарегистрировалось на текущий час?
Так, сейчас секунду, я посмотрю. Так, сейчас 43 регистрации.
Мгм. Понятно, спасибо. Игорь, вы тут?
Да, я здесь.
А можно попросить вас, пожалуйста, отправить ссылку для участника? Я вот не знаю точно, он зарегистрирован или нет, но можно ли получить ссылку просто, чтобы отправить человеку, и он имел доступ сюда?
Да, без проблем, сейчас отправлю в чат.
Спасибо. Круто. А еще такой вопрос. Смотрите, а можно ли будет, например, интерактивно взаимодействовать с участниками? Ну, к примеру, допустим, я у них буду что-то спрашивать, вот, и они будут, например, там в чат кидать какие-нибудь ответы.
Да, конечно, без проблем. Если понадобится, в принципе, некоторые, ну, кто пожелает, могут и с voice-чата говорить. Вот,
Мгм.
либо писать в чат. В принципе, взаимодействие только приветствуется.
Мгм. Хорошо, отлично, благодарю.
네.
Итак, ребят, я всех приветствую. Михаил, я думаю, мы можем потихоньку начинать. Если кто еще не подключился, я думаю, в ближайшее время подключится. Вот, и потихоньку, я думаю, можем начинать. Напоминаю еще раз и участникам, и вам, Михаил, лекция у нас сегодня на английском языке. Вот, поэтому, в принципе, если будут вопросы, ответы тоже можете писать на английском.
Okay, great. Let's start our lecture. So, firstly, I want to introduce myself. So, my name is Mikhail. and I'm art director in the creative agency and research agency. So my experience includes the following companies I work with. For instance, the first one is Yandex, Milka, Jusan, and Home Credit Bank. Probably you've heard about these companies somehow. And the next thing I want to know about you guys is where you are from. So please write in the chat the city you are from. Yeah, I'm really curious just to know it. And then we can continue. Okay, I see the first. Astana. Nice. Almaty. Okay. Karaganda. Of course. Yeah. I miss this city. I was there in 2022, I guess. Yeah. I gave a lecture. So nice. I see that more people are joining us. Okay, I see that most of the people are from Kazakhstan. And probably it's quite pointless that we are doing it in English, but anyways, let's continue. So right now I'll share my screen, and here you can see the interface of the Figma. Probably the organizers had informed you about it. And today we are going to use these three tools. The first one is Figma, obviously. This is the environment actually where I work currently. Secondly, I will use the Midjourney as the AI for text to image creation. And I will use also the ChatGPT just to create some prompts for Midjourney. And this is the visual we will create today. And basically, yeah. By the way, for those who feels like enough energy just to do it with me, please, you can do it by your own. But for those who are not really sure about his or her speed, so you can just watch the tutorial I just giving to you, and then after you can use the record and repeat everything step by step in the speed which is comfortable for you. So I've prepared this visual before. So what we can see here. So this is the poster where we have like AI generated image of this robot. So it's quite detailed. And today I will show you how to create this kind of robots. Yeah. And also how to combine everything into one visual and like to create the final poster. And also, if you have any questions during our lecture, please feel free to ask. Sometimes I will check the chat, and if there something specific, I will answer. And also, I will share this file with you. So here I have like useful links from this lesson. So all the resources I will use today, so they are here. Also link to tutorial. It's like it's separate tutorial how to write the prompts, basically. Yeah, and resources. So I've created the folder on the Google Drive where I put like some resources from this image. So I will tell it a bit later. And yeah, some of the details here, but I will come back to this moment a bit later. So let's start from the like pure inspiration. So how did I make up with the idea to create this? So the idea was as following. So recently, I've just saw one image on the Instagram. The author he creates like this kind of cyborgs using the artificial intelligence, and it really inspired me just to create some kind of project to show you. And today we will use it as a reference. And the project itself is dedicated just to create like how to say sci-fi cyberpunk posters for the cyborgs which will wear like the normal clothes. So actually this is some kind of campaign for robots, how to sell some kind of fancy clothes to the robots. Okay, so you can use Nike, maybe you can use any other brands, and so consequently you have to just create the specific robot for this task. Okay, so I've explained the main idea of this visual, and right now we can um, jump into the Discord. Yeah, and a question for you guys. How many of you have ever used the Midjourney for any purpose, maybe to create something, any visuals? So please write it in the chat. And right now I will show you the my workflow. How do I create these kind of images? Okay, I see some answers. Yeah, a long time ago. Okay, so this is a nice opportunity just to refresh your knowledge about it. Okay, so usually I start from the ChatGPT, and I'm super lazy person, so that's why I've created my own bot just to write the prompts for another bot, for Midjourney, I mean. Yeah, let's take a look on my bot. Firstly, I wanna mm, I wanna show you. Nope. Um, yeah, I wanna show you the settings I gave mm, to this bot. Yeah, it's here. So here I just described what I need. So the name, the description, and instruction. So this instruction itself, I put it in this into this file, so you can easily just copy and paste it and create your own bot for your needs. And yeah, this is pretty much it for the description of this bot. And let's just give the instruction to ChatGPT to write the nice prompt for the Midjourney. So basically, you can do it manually, actually. So you can just write here, imagine, and just continue. Imagine cyber wearing uh, Nike code. But you see, it's really slow, and you have to use your brain, actually. But I'm lazy, so I don't want to do that. And I will write it here. Create a cyborg, which is wearing um, Nike code, which is made from the mm, to okay. So I think this will be enough. And you see that my bot extended everything to my need, and also it's added some flags. A bit later, I will show how to use them. Let's copy this and let's paste it here. So right now we have nicer description for it. And let's discuss the flags. Why do we need them? And what do they do for us? So AR. 2 and 2 to 3. Actually, this is the aspect ratio. For our visual, we need like 4 to 5. So this is the ratio between the width and height. So actually, this is a 4 and this is a 5. As this is a style, we are not gonna use it today. Style row also. And the next setting is sref. So this is the most important for us today. Yeah, let me just do it in a little bit different order. I will cut it for 1 minute. And right now I want to just upload our reference just to show to the Midjourney what we are going to use. Okay, let's send it here. Yeah, it's uploaded. Let's copy the link. No, let's do the following. Let's take it from here, paste it here, and right now we have to copy the link and paste it here. Yeah, so right now we are ready. So what we have done, we wrote the nice prompt. We gave the instruction just to create this aspect ratio, like 4 to 5. This is the size of the image. And we gave the reference sref. So reference, we gave the link to the image we have uploaded and we found it on the internet. So basically you can find these kind of images anywhere. So usually I use Instagram if I find something new or eye-catchy, or you can use Pinterest, so whatever. And let's send it to Discord, and let's wait a little bit. So if you have any questions for this moment, please feel free to ask. Basically, you can use the microphone also. Well, okay, we already have some results. So I'm pretty happy with two of them, but there is one more really important moment we have to take into account. Let's copy our prompt again and let's rewrite it a little bit. And on the very end of the prompt, we have to add one detail which makes a big difference. So we have to write the following: solid white background. Why do we need it? So here you can see that the backgrounds, they somehow reflect the environment where these images, I mean the cyborgs are. And I don't really like it because we have to cut the main character from the background, and this probably wouldn't be really convenient for us. I mean, for the following AI instrument, because here, like the background, how to say, it probably will be hard to cut them from the background. Yeah, here we see that our prompt with the solid white background somehow doesn't really work. But for now, I think this is not a big problem, I guess. Mm. Okay, let's try. Yeah, I know why it doesn't work because I mistype this word. So this is really important. So yeah, right now it seems like everything is okay. Let's do it. And yeah, here we see that results are pretty nice. At least this one. This one looks quite realistic because this is not we are asking for, so we didn't need like the real face here. Yeah, still the background is not quite solid, but yeah, the options which are provided much better. Okay, so let's choose this one. I like this one the most. Um, okay, so this button is for upscale, and actually this button is just to create some variations. Okay, let's just try both of them. Yeah, okay, we have four different options, which are quite similar, but still, I would prefer this one. I don't know, these had like, for me, looks the most realistic in comparison to this one. So let's upscale it because right now we have like a small resolution and we need the bigger one. Upscaling process is a bit slow. Okay, it's ready. So let's open it in the web just to download it. Yeah, here we can see our result. So it's high resolution. Let's save it. Yeah, we got it. And then let's jump into another instrument for backgrounds removing. Let's take our picture, drop it there. Yeah, nice job. So without any artifacts, we got only our cyborg. Let's download it. Let's take it and drop it into the Figma. Yeah. Okay, let's drop it here. So we have like PNG image. And yeah, let's copy our frame. Let's delete everything to start from the very scratch. And yeah, right now let's pick the color. For instance, when you will start, okay, let's start from the very scratch. So I type F on my keyboard and the square appeared. So let's choose the right width, 1080 to 1350. So this is the resolution for the Instagram post. So it's ready, it's done. And let's put in our frame our cyborg. Yeah, nice. So the only thing I don't really like that we have to reflect it from the left to right. Can I send the last prompt? But actually, you can write it by yourself using the instruction I gave. But anyways, yeah, let me send it to you. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we have to reflect it from the left to right. Let's do this. Flip horizontal. Okay. So the next thing we have to change the background to another color. I think the dark colors here work better than the white one. Let's make it a bit smaller. Okay, so let's add more details to it. Also, on our reference, you can see that I have used a lot of typography, like different um, texts and these fancy um, graffiti behind. So let's write the prompts for the graffiti. Also, we will use the ChatGPT just to mm, make it faster. Okay, let's firstly read what it gave us. Okay, I like it. Let's copy and let's jump into the Discord again. Let's paste it. And yeah, so right now we have to use the wider aspect ratio because we don't need like the space mm, on the vertical on the vertical space, but we need it more wider. So 16 to 9 works for us. And yeah, everything actually we don't need it. Okay, let's try. Well, okay, so it actually doesn't look like a graffiti, but still, let's pick one of them because it looks pretty nice and so detailed. So I like which one is the most beautiful. Okay, let's take this one. The second, let's upscale it. And let's open it in the web. Save the image. And let's do the same what we have done before. Let's remove the background. Okay, background is removed. So we have like the PNG image right now. And again, let's jump into our favorite Figma and let's put it behind our Cyberg. Let's rotate it a little bit. Maybe I'll upscale it. And yeah, let's put it there. So at least this image like adds some extra details for us. Okay, so the main two subjects are ready, and right now we have to stylize it. This is, I think, the most easiest part. Um, as I told you before, I've prepared a folder with the resources. You can find like the textures here, and let's take. It doesn't matter which one. For instance, this one. Let's drop it to Figma. Let's make it smaller. And let's put it into our frame. Yeah. Let's resize it like this. And here in the blending modes, so this is the term from the Photoshop, we have to just put it on the top of our layers. So you see it's on the very top. So after we have our cyborg and after we have the graffiti. So let's a little bit decrease the opacity because it's make the image darker as you see. Let's decrease the opacity to 40%. And you see that this texture actually adds some details like this is a real paper. So our image doesn't look like a super digital and unrealistic. Okay, so also there is another texture. You can combine multiple of them. For instance, this texture is like a scratchy, super analog stuff. So let's make it smaller and put it into our frame. Let's do like this. Okay, let's rotate it. I would say, yeah. And let's put it there. And also the same algorithm. You see that the multiply here doesn't actually work because it's mostly black, but the previous one was white. So for the black one, you should use lighten or the screen. But for this one, I think the lighten looks better. And here you see that it's too intense. And also, let's decrease the opacity. I think here 50% is enough. And let's put it behind our cyborg because we want our cyborg to be clean. Yeah. So see, right now we have like more stylized picture than we had before. And right now is the time just to add some light effects for our cyborg. Okay, just for some moments, I will turn off, no, maybe I will just remove it behind the cyborg. Okay, let's add some light effects, and I will duplicate this layer with the cyborg. I will press Ctrl D, and you see here we can have like two identical layers of the cyborg. So let's put it one on another one. And let's take the lower layer and add some effect of layer blur. Okay, let's blur it a little bit, and you see that here some glowing effect appeared. So this is what we actually need. So let's do this like not really intense. I would say that 120 will be enough. And also let's decrease the opacity a little bit. I would say 40% is enough. So this effect is really subtle. So right now you can see the difference. And also let's add one more effect, which adds some glow. So for this effect, press O on the keyboard and draw like a circle of the shape of the lightest area on his skull. For instance, here, I think this is the lightest area. So adjust the size and the angle, for instance, like this. Let's keep it white and let's add effect. Again, the same one, layer blur, and let's increase it. I mean the size. To my mind, I think 100 will work here. And again, let's use our blending modes here. Let's pick yeah, I think this screen will work here, and let's decrease the opacity a little bit. Yeah, maybe size also. Yeah, okay, so right now we see some kind of reflections. Maybe decrease it a little bit more to 50%. Yeah, so right now we have like this kind of effect that his skull a little bit brighter, and this soft glow adds more realism to this image. Okay, let's duplicate it. Hold Alt on your keyboard and drag this circle to another place. For instance, I would say that the source of the light locates somewhere here. So let me draw it for you. Let's imagine that we have some kind of lamp or the softbox, which goes from here. Yeah, and actually this light like falling like this. And that means that we have equally highlight these areas. So let's do that. Uh, yeah, so the copy is here. Let's add a little bit there. Let's rotate and adjust the size. Let's duplicate it again and add to the shoulder. Make it a little bit bigger just to cover. Okay. And here we can see that we have some wrinkles here, and it will work if we add a little bit light here. And also don't forget to adjust to the shape of the image. Yeah, right now it seems like it looks more realistic, but I see that here we overdo it a little bit. Let's make it more subtle, like 25 is enough. And also here a little bit smaller, like 40% is enough. Yeah. So right now I can believe that the source of light somewhere on the right side. And also I want to make this a little bit bigger. Yeah. So right now it looks more realistic that we have like the actual space here. Okay. As you see, I've added also some typography here. I've used only two fonts. One of them is, I don't really remember how it's called. Yeah, it's called Druk. Okay, let's do the same. Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's just randomly add some typography, and then we will just adjust it into our composition. Firstly, let's just create them. This one will be bigger. Well, okay, let's put it behind here. And also one of the most important parts that here you can see that I've added these margins from the all the sides. Let's do the same here because we don't want to make it like this, for instance. So if it will be um, a little bit shifted, but this one is not. So let me show you the instrument usually I use. So let's create a square here on the angle. Let's make it 80 by 80. And let's take the, I don't remember how it's called. Sorry. Um, Maybe you can write in the chat or tell me. Направляющая. Okay. So here we have them. And also let's add them here. Just um, just click uh, on this bar and drag it to the side and these lines will appear. Okay, so we don't need the squares anymore. So since we have like the nice margins, and let's just do it manually and put it to the very angle. You see that everything mm, is super straight right now. Okay, right now we see that our composition started to look nicer. And when you create some posters, it's really important just to divide your image into um, several parts. What do I mean? I mean, some of the parts of the images, like the main character, should be big. So you see that the cyborg is quite big in comparison to other details. So we have like a big details, medium details like graffiti and the cyborg word, and also we have like super small text which add some kind of more details. Let's do this. So I will show you how I just make up with the idea how to create this text. Let's just open the usual ChatGPT and let's just write the idea we want to show. Okay, it looks pretty interesting. Let's just copy this part and let's paste it here. I've used the classical Helvetica medium. Let's put it there. Don't forget to turn on your margins. It works with the Shift R. Again, let's move it really straight to them. And also what I wanted to mention that add some details into details. So what do I mean? I mean, let's take this text and make it a little bit grayish like this, just to separate one sentence from another one. And also we will add more details to our image. Let's play a little bit with the size. I think this shape works the best. Actually not. So I don't like that it's really sharp. Yeah, this one looks better. Let's ask to write more. Okay. Let's copy this text here and paste the text we have just created. Let's make the alignment to the left side. Turn on the margins and let's make it a little bit wider. And let's put it there as on the reference we had before. So it's almost, we are almost done. So let's make the another copy just to create, just to make the comparison between this option and the option we will create. So this is some kind of, how to say, a good practice. Yeah, this is the good practice example that if you want to add some fixes there. So it's better just to make copy, add these fixes, and then compare it to the previous option, because sometimes previous option could be better. Okay, let's add some gradients on our text. So let's go there and let's add more colors. Okay, let's make it orange like this. Okay, and the same for this word. Okay, let's compare it to the previous example. And I think that this example works actually worse than the previous one, because the colors, they just attract more attention to them. And let's just adjust it to the gray option we have seen on the very beginning. Like this. I think this option works much better for us. Okay, it seems like we are almost done. And right now, let's add some spice. Let's add more details into our image. So as you see, we have like text over our texture layers. Let's put it down. Also, this thing. Okay, the order really matters. So on the top, we have the texture of the paper, you see. And then on the very bottom, we have some kind of background textures. And right now, let's add more textures on the on our typography. So I will just duplicate this texture. Let me show you the first which one is this texture. And I will, okay, where it is. Okay, and I will just cover our typography like this. I will make it a bit smaller. And I'll make it a little bit more intense. Yeah, and right now I want to just you see that this texture, I mean the edges of this texture are visible, and I don't want to do that. And I want it to just cover only the letters. So I will just group our typography and okay. mm, well, I can't see. Hmm. Okay, let's do the following way. Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger, like this. And let's put it there. Okay. And I think that this texture is super strong. I don't want it to be like this. And I make it a little bit subtle, like a 50%. So it seems like we are done. So here we can just compare the quality if we add some textures or if you haven't add them. Yeah, and one more mistake. I forgot to move the text to the front. Yeah, here to make it visible. Okay, guys, so congratulations. So we have done it. I can delete this variant. And right now we just replicated our previous example. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And right now I can show you like the extra opportunities we can use. Okay, I can see that there is quite long command. Okay, let's answer one by one. How many hours should I spend by practice to become a cool web motion designer? Okay, let's separate web from the motion designer because it's complete two different directions. So to become a web designer, I think if you are really hard working and you will spend like at least 4 hours per day, so I believe that 4 to 6 months will be enough. For the motion design, it's a little longer because motion design could be split it into several parts. So it could be a 2D or 3D, and there is like a lot of different aspects inside each of these areas. And I think the minimum time you will require for like a good results, at least 4 to 6 months again. So, and then just sharpen your skill. I hope I just gave a normal answer. If you want to specify something, please feel free. How usually you look for inspiration? Actually, I don't usually looking for the inspiration, so it finds me like automatically when I just I don't know, scrolling my feed and I just see some kind of cool idea. I will just I don't know, save it into somewhere into folder, and then I don't know how, but my memory works in the following way. If I just need to create some kind of interesting project, so I have something on my mind already. Or inspiration comes because of this something else. Maybe so. For me, works like like to go to contemporary art museums. So I really like it. So probably it could work for you as well. What programs are the most often used at work? Uh, are there many of them? And is it worth taking any paid subscriptions? So here you can see my list of the apps. So Obsidian, VS Code, another code program, Figma, Lightroom, Photoshop, Adobe Premiere. Adobe After Effects. I think this is like a bare minimum for multidisciplinary designer. And is it worth taking any paid subscriptions? Um, it's not like worse, but for Figma, for instance, it's free. But Adobe, how it's called? I don't know. But any product from Adobe, it's is paid, uh, but it costs not that much. You can spend only 20 plus something bucks for months if you just add that you are a student. So I don't know how it's work. If your localization set that you are in the Kazakhstan, but here where I live, it is possible just to click that you are a student and you will automatically get the discount. How did you receive your first offer? Uh, my friend helped me just to find the client. Thank you for such a cool and productive tutorial. What do you think of the new Figma interface? I don't like it. Probably it's a good interface. Probably it's nice, but the thing that I really get used to one interface, and in the one day we have to just get used to another interface. So this is quite uncomfortable for me. So even right now, I still like stuck for a minute just to find the thing I used to see somewhere on the place I know. Thank you for your lesson. Everything was very accessible and useful. I have a question. How did you get into graphic design, and how can I begin to start making money from it? Mm, okay, so my journey was quite long. I've started it approximately 5, maybe 6 years ago. So basically, I started not from the graphic design, I started it from the motion design. But I think my path wasn't like the good example of how you should do it, because I think that the good starting point it's obviously the graphic design because it's easier, and then you can switch into the motion design. I think not just have to, but in the modern reality, you just should do it because how to say the minimum requirements for designers are always growing, and you have to know a lot. So if you just starting from the graphic design, be quick and go into different directions. So the best option just to be like multi-skill designer. And how beginner can start making money from it. You can use the freelance platforms as the Upwork. So some time ago I worked in the Upwork. So it's good for beginners and the seniors both. So it really depends on will you like the process of finding and writing to the clients or not. But if it will be easy for you, so go on and try to do it. So otherwise, you can just find some agencies or studios into your city and just to be hired. Even not in your city because it could be like a remote job. And firstly, of course, you have to just prepare a good portfolio. You have to just put the best cases you have and just offer it directly to the client. For instance, not just randomly send the link, but you can just find the business, what the client does. You can just search for inspiration and so on, and then you can just offer to the client that you have done something, I mean, some kind of upgrade for their visuals in their business. So this is could be like enter point for you. Okay, the next one. And during the workshop, I was quite curious how much could this poster cost? How long it take to create portfolio, and what application do you use for it? How much could this poster cost? It really depends on the client. It really depends on the mm, time which is required, and it really depends on the general system. For instance, if you have to just create one item, it could be one price, but if you have to create like the full design system, like to define all the fonts, just to define all the combinations which could be used, for instance, in the social media. So usually I don't create one item. Usually I create the system. Mm, so the clients, they usually go to buy some system for their social media or something. So I don't think that for me it's possible just to sell one item. Yeah, so usually it works like a whole system of different options, like a full branding. How long did it take to you to create your portfolio and what application? Okay, so basically, it's an infinite process of creating the portfolio. So, but I think that three different good projects are enough. And application, I used the Figma just to pack everything into one file, and then I just upload it into the Behance. Do you have any favorite channels about design? I want to surround myself with a lot of useful content. Yes, it's a good question, Victor. The really good source I can offer to you, it's Granich. Let me show. You see that I've subscribed to it, and he has a lot of like super theoretical and practical tutorials. You see that these tutorials are quite long, but it's really worth to watch them because he explains here like the super basics of typography, of composition, of colors. So yeah, please go there and just watch everything because this guy is really cool. I watch him maybe from the very beginning because as you see, some videos are 5 years old. And yeah, so basically I've started from his videos, yeah, even 7 years old. How often do you interact with other teams like front-end developers? I think that sometimes they could ask you to make some changes, поправки. I think it's iterating. Yeah, I usually work with some teams, so it's really rare when I work alone. Um, and yeah, so after sometimes some changes, they are not um, how to say annoy me or something. So it's everything about the work and how to make the product launched and how to deliver the result to the client. So I really get used to not to be irritated by something like this. But you can protect yourself first if you will tell to your clients before your workflow, and you can show like the references first, and when the references are applied by the client, you can show like the first result, you can show the second result, and each step could be applied. So it really depends on the how to say, it really depends how you split your work into the several steps, and then you can just do without any changes. Thank you very much for your answer and the lecture. You're welcome. So I hope this lecture was useful for you. And also I wanted to show you one more feature which could be done actually. So we've created the static image right now, but I've played a little bit with the different AI services, and also Yeah, this is just an example. This is not like something um, I want you to make, but just look on the opportunities you can do if you will use it. So this some kind of animation. Yeah, let me open it in a different stuff. Yeah. So you can create the animations, um, then export it into um, the Adobe After Effects and make these posters are animated. So this is a really simple animation, but you can make more um, complicated one. You can add different typography as we used. So there is like a lot of different opportunities how to work with the artificial intelligence with the images. So I want you just to be curious and explore different tools which appear every day. So be present and always just experiment and try something. Yeah, this is actually all that I wanted to show you. If you have something to ask or add, please feel free. So if not, we can finish.
I think we can finish because time is over. Thank you, Mikhail, for your lecture. I joined with two members of this lesson. It was great, and I think it's all.
Okay. Thank you guys for coming. So hope you to see again. Um, and yeah, if you just want to learn more, you can just subscribe on my Instagram because I'm going to create some content pretty soon about the things I shown you today and about some coding stuff. And yeah, I think that's it. I wish you good luck. And I think the organizers will send you this main file, which we are using for our lecture. Thank you.
Yeah, we can send this. Goodbye, everybody.